What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. We live and direct. We're here to talk about Mr. Glasses Malone, G Malone, California rapper, California-based rapper, Crip, right? Close friend of Kendrick Lamar. Close friend of Kendrick Lamar, Duckworth. Um, Glasses has been leading the charge against Aubrey Graham, better known as Drake. And I got a question, man. I just really, because I was watching Glasses Malone's podcast, and I've been tuning in to things that he's been saying about Drake, J.Cole, and Tank, and all of that. And I'm wondering why he don't have the same energy that he has for J.Cole, for Jay-Z. Why he don't get a Jigga Man the same energy he has for J.Cole? Why he not giving the Jigga Man the same energy that he has for Tank? Right? I just want to know, because to me it's very hypocritical. Very hypocritical. And I'm gonna wait till y'all come on in here. Dwayne Johnson. Shay, what's going on, man? Yes, Glass Malone went out to Aiden Ross for Dochi, which was solid. All the way. Solid. He did 100% correct. I fool with that, right? But glasses be off base sometime too. But to me, I just don't like when people don't keep the same energy that they have for one guy. They don't have that same energy for another guy when they essentially saying the same thing, right? And I want people who have listened to Glasses Malone and his commentary, Charlie X. I just want to know. I just want an explanation, man. I don't, cause to me, Glasses will tell y'all how he don't mince words for nobody, and he the loke, and he crippin' and all of that. And he keep his chest poked out when he talk. But when he was talking Hola Jovito, when addressing Hola Jovito, when addressing Jay-Z, the energy is very different. And I don't like stuff like that. If J. Cole is corny and is stuff he doing corny, if it's whack, if it's weak, if it's soft, if certain stances that J. Cole has is soft and weak and whack, if you calling Tank's his thought process on it, if you calling Tank's thought process on certain things, if you because he basically Tank was saying he felt like people was ganging up on Drake, and it was just like it was a little wild. It went a little far. Jay-Z saying the same thing. How come you not calling Jay-Z soft? Why you not calling him corny? Why you not calling him whack? Why you ain't calling him weak? That's my gripe. Why you not saying them same things about him? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like that. Cause when Glasses is talking about J. Cole, when he talking about Tank, he cussing, hollering, yelling. You feel me? I mean, he super crip times five. I mean, gang banging it up when he talking about J. Cole. Gang banging it up when he talking about Tank. Hollering, yelling. I mean, cussing. Everything is weak, whack, soft, everything. If Jay-Z essentially saying the same thing that J. Cole is saying and Tank is saying, why you not coming at Jigga like that? That's my thought process from it. Yeah, man, cause Jigga was like basically the fallout from the battle was too much. It made it feel like, you know, Drake shouldn't have a career anymore after the battle. It was just like he said, the fallout from social media was just way too much, and he felt like, yo, it got a little too far on a certain standpoint, from a certain standpoint. And he did he did empathize. He empathized with Drake, right? And when he did that, Glasses don't like nobody having no empathy for Drake. But for some reason, it's okay. If Jigga have empathy for Drake, Glasses, and he ain't hollering and yelling and snapping off, he ain't calling Jigga soft. He ain't calling Jigga weak or whack or none of that. So I'm trying to figure out what's the difference, bro. What's the difference between what they with them two? What's the difference between what J. Cole and Tank is saying? What's the difference between what Jigga's saying from them two? Them three men basically saying the same thing. It's just you love Jigga. And you don't want to get that phone call from the Jigga man at all, right? And so now you approaching it, you talking different. You're framing your conversation around Jigga's stance a little differently. You got a different type of energy when you talking towards Jigga. I don't like stuff like that. Keep the same energy you got for J. Cole and Tank. Keep that same energy for Jigga. Do that with him. Do that with him, man. That's what I don't like. And y'all know Jigga my favorite rapper all time. So it's not a thing about me wanting people to go at Jay, or like I want people to to just go at gang up on Jigga. No. I'm just saying I don't like the difference in energy that he got when he talking about Jay-Z. He starts talking about Jigga. Well, Jigga going through a lot. You know, he went through the same stuff that Diddy was going through in certain aspects with accusations or whatever. And ain't nothing wrong with Jigga. Jigga trying to push positivity. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Well, there's something wrong with that when anybody else is feeling in that way. You're not framing it like they want. When anybody else says the same thing Jigga's saying, Glasses is not framing it around, oh, that person just wants positivity. But when he talking about Jay, he framing it around, oh, he just want positivity. And that's okay. Like, huh? Glasses get to screaming on everybody else if they saying the same thing. No, man. That's corny. Keep that same energy. That's my point. You feel me? Yeah, like if you can see the positivity in Jigga, but for some reason, when anybody else is trying to take a positive angle, you thinking like, oh, they trying to take up for they trying to protect Drake. They trying to protect him. They love him. He ready to snap out, bro. You feel me? But with Jigga, it's I see what he doing. Jay, Jigga, I'm just trying to stop gentrification in hip hop. That's all, Hove. That's how he talking. Where's the hollering and yelling at, man? Where's the Stephen A. Smith energy towards Jay-Z? Bro, he mad at Tank because Tank basically was saying that he felt like so many words you had to pick a side in the battle. He felt like certain people had certain agendas as it pertains to Drake. He felt like it went too far in certain aspects. You know what I mean? Like he was empathizing with Drake. And Glasses ain't like that. He talked about it was a post somebody made about Drake, and Glasses left a comment, and he said Tank commented right under that and was kind of like trying to engage in discourse with him about how people view Drake or whatever. And he was like, I wasn't mad at that, but it felt like Tank trying to, now he trying to he felt like Tank trying to change the narrative around Drake, or, and it's like, again, you could argue for Jay saying the same exact things, you know, like what we doing? Like what is we doing? Yeah, the nerve, the audacity. And then when That's what Drake said in the Duppy freestyle. The nerve, the audacity. I thought the W freestyle was nice, but that story of Adidon came in and uh, it got the Duppy freestyle up out of here. But yeah, the unmitigated gall, the temerity. I want Glasses to speak with that same temerity, that same gall that he spoke to J. Cole with. I want him to have that same type of bravado for the Jigga Man. Don't talk to him with a nice don't talk to him, don't with kid gloves on. No. Why you don't got the same energy for that man who said, "How could you falter when you the Rock of Gibraltar? I had to get off the boat so I can walk on water." Why he ain't saying that to him? That's my gripe. Yeah, I like the W freestyle. I did, but the story of Adidon just came in. It's kind of like when Drake dropped "Family Matters." That was a dope track. It was a bop, but then Not Like Us came behind that and they wiped it up out of here, and nobody cared about Family Matters no more. Unfortunately, unfortunately for Drizzy, when Not Like Us came, oh man, you said Glass is not going to because he's focused on policing the citizens, right? But no, he ain't. Tank is not a citizen. He is what somebody would consider a civilian. You know what I'm saying? He keep talking, screaming on Tank and cussing at Tank, cussing and screaming on J. Cole. Like, I'm gonna be for real with y'all. The way Glasses Malone has talked about J. Cole, I don't see how if they see each other, they won't have a confrontation. I don't see how they wouldn't have a confrontation if they see each other. The way G Malone has talked about Cole, he has framed Cole like a bitch in the highest degree. I don't know how if they see each other, they don't have some type of confrontation. It's to a point where I feel like, damn, Cole, the way he has talked about Cole has been crazy. To a point, I'm like, Cole might have to fight him for real. Just on some no cameras, no nothing. Let's just go to the back room right here, close the door. Let's get it cracking. Cause the way he didn't talk about Cole is wild. And yeah, Cole probably would take the high road. But if Glass is trying to, because Cole had to have a situation with Diddy when Diddy tried to come at him a certain way. So maybe if Glasses have a little certain type of Glasses try to press him or something, and maybe it might result in something. But is it like the way Glasses has talked about Cole? I don't know how they can be around each other and it don't be some type of animosity or some type of tension. The same energy about what Jigga said the same. Jigga has expressed empathy for Drake and what happened to him in the battle, the fallout from the battle, and how social media in the stands have made it seem like Drake shouldn't have a career anymore. And Jigga has spoke out against that, right? Jigga has saying he don't know if it's a place for battle for battling and rap and hip hop anymore. He said he don't know if it's a place for battling and hip hop anymore based upon the fallout from the Kendrick Lamar and Drake battle and how people have responded to Drake for real. Glasses Malone go at anybody for having empathy for Drake. If you got empathy for Drake, he going off, cussing, hollering, super cripping it up. But when he talked, when it was time, when Jigga said all that stuff he just said the other day, Glasses he started talking with a different tone. He more meek. He more mild in his approach when he talking to Jigga. He like, Jay he went through what Diddy went through in a certain aspect, he faced allegations, so he looking at it differently. He said Hov just want to push positivity, and ain't nothing wrong with that. And man, like if anybody else try to push positivity around in favor of Drake in any way, Glasses Malone is going off. He's snapping. Oh, hold on. No. It's like a thick charger. You can get it. It's black. Has like a black thing on it too. That's where his little card he's gonna need to get out of the closet. Hold on, y'all. You see it? Okay. I made sure to put it up. You remember here? But yeah, that's my point. Like, yeah, like why you don't try to go at Jay with the same type of fervor? You know? And that's my problem though, SL. That's my problem. See, again, Glasses will say he presses the line about everything. And so Cole is fair game at this point. So it's cool to go at Cole, but no, go at Jigga too, especially if you say you Glasses poke his chest out and he say, I press the line on everything, or press the line at Jigga. If you pressing the line like that, you know what I'm saying? If you really about pressing the line, go with the Jigga man. But again, he know he is not prepared. He's not prepared for backlash that could come to him about Jay-Z. And he loved Jay-Z as a rapper, right? So he ain't gonna press that line in that way. But the thing is, well, he did the Tupac Must Die song. So I was thinking, well, he got that in him if he did he got it in him if he did the Tupac Must Die song, because Tupac fans hated Glasses Malone for that song, for rapping from the perspective of Orlando Anderson, right? Yeah. Now you was right, Sabbatical Queen. He was very meek and mild in his delivery and his approach to addressing Jay-Z's comments. When it was Tanky hollering and cussing and yelling, I'm talking about going in. And so I listened to it, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I wish they had timestamps too, so they can like talk about when in the dang on podcast do they talk about certain things. Like, cause I had to listen for a long time before he even got to it. Was about like 40 something minutes before he got to talking about Jigga. I'm like, dang, I wish we had timestamps on the pod, you know, but it, it's just like, and again, y'all know Jay, my favorite rapper. But it's just like, I don't like if you say you push the line and you this and that, you gotta show me pushing the line against Jigga. That's the biggest dude in hip hop to push the line against. Then I'm gonna say, okay, you pushing the line, you pressing the line, you know. But I'm like, why he don't got that same screaming Stephen A. Smith energy towards Jigga? You know, maybe he don't want no smoke with the Jay-Z stand. And see, that's the problem though. No, if you really want smoke, have smoke with everybody. Why he don't want smoke with the Jay-Z stand? He has smoke. I mean, when the Tupac stands, he made that Tupac Must Die song, and he was cool with having smoke with them, I guess. So like, I don't know what would be the difference between him having smoke with the Jay-Z fans, with stands rather. He's probably scared of getting blackballed. But see, that's the issue though. If he say I'm the loke and I press the line on anything and anybody, you can't be scared of getting blackballed. It is what it is, Jack. He can't talk with the bravado he talk with and then say have the stance, I'm scared of being blackballed. No, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because Black Glasses is not meek and humble and mild on nobody else at all. He get to calling everybody soft and weak and all for all these different stances. But when it comes to when addressing Jigga, he meek and mild with that. So like, how, what? You feel me? He don't want to get that phone call from Jigga. And he also know the fans gonna get on his they gonna get on him. But like, come on, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cause Glasses will tell you, you know what I'm saying? And I don't like that though. Cause if you really on standing on something, stand on it. Don't pick and choose how you address whoever is counteracting it. Whoever, don't pick and choose how you address certain people. Because him and there's really not much difference between what Cole said and what Jay-Z said, right? But he gonna call Cole soft, corny, whack, weak, and all that for saying the same thing Jigga saying. Jigga even went a step further. Jigga went a step further and said he don't know if it's a place for battling in hip hop anymore. Glasses Malone would have lost his mind and cursed J. Cole out if Cole said that. And I get what Jay was saying as far as like, because of the stand culture and because of social media and the fallout that comes from it, and people expecting other rappers to not have careers anymore after they lose a battle. He looking at it from that grand scheme of things and how people's families get involved and him having a family now. He looking at it differently. But I'm saying if Cole would have said that, y'all know Glasses would have lit him on fire. If J. Cole would have said, I don't know, I don't think there's no place for battling like that in hip hop no more. Glasses Malone would have cursed J. Cole out to no end. He would have called J. Cole a bitch, and y'all know that. And if you think he wouldn't have, you're lying to yourself. Cole would have been every cussing word, every cuss word under the sun. Cole would have been that. Y'all know that. But with Jigga, he not finna do that. He not. He gonna handle Jay with kid gloves. He not finna. Nah, you know, yeah, yeah. Jay, he went through what Diddy went through recently, so he not gonna he trying to walk down a different path now because he was under the same stress that Diddy was under, and with the allegations and you know Jay trying to be positive, and there's nothing wrong with pushing positivity, guys, and positivity is all right. And no, bro, nah, fam, what is we doing? Come on, man. No, we ain't doing that. If Cole would have said ain't no place for battling in hip hop no more, Glasses would have lost his mind. He would have called Cole the PUSSY word, everything. Everything. So if you're gonna have that energy for Cole, for Cole World, for little old Jermaine, right? Have that same energy for Sean Carter. For Hola Jovito. When it comes to Jovito, don't have a shift in energy now. When it comes to the big homie, you know what I'm saying? Don't shift in energy. Have the same energy for I'm not a business man. I'm a business man. Let me handle my business. Damn. Have that same energy for him. You know? Yeah. Now, if Glasses say, man, look, after listening to what Jigga said, after listening to what Jay said, you know what? I'm looking at it differently. Let me apologize to Cole. Okay, then, cool. But he remains steadfast and going in on Cole. He consistently still has stayed on his square and going in on Cole. But then when you talk about Jigga, it's a little different type of conversation around it. That's what I don't like. I don't like when people have a different energy for their dude that they got for that dude over there. As a man, I've always been big on this. Don't talk to me in a way you wouldn't talk to the dude over there. The dude that got 3 bodies and a teardrop on his face, talk to me the same way you talk to him, right? But some men, of course, they're going to pick and choose who they talk to a certain way due to potential backlash. Because you know if you talk to that other dude with 3 bodies and a teardrop on his face, you talk to him crazy, something might come of that. Talking to me, you know I ain't taking nobody's life or nothing like that, right? But I still want that same respect you get that man over there, right? So G Malone, no, Cole is fair game at this point. So he can bomb on Cole every day. And it's gonna be people that's gonna laugh and cheer it on. Get to going at Jigga. It's not a spot, it's not a popular person to go at. It's not a popular person to bomb on. And if you do that, you're gonna put yourself directly in a line of fire that you may not want to be in. Because Jigga has a lot of influence. He got a lot of strong fans who will turn on Glasses Malone and start talking about Glasses in a whole different way. And Glasses may say, I don't care nothing about nobody talking about me. They've been talking about me forever. He probably, you know, he like, they probably been talking about me forever. Like, yeah. But Jigga got a different influence. And Jigga is not fair game for anybody. Jigga told you, I'm not the one to score points off. In fact, I got a joint that'll knock your points off. Young, over to God, blasphemy. I'm at the Trump International, ask for me. So he know if he come at the Jigga man, it's not gonna be the same type of response like going at Cole. It's not. It's going to be people that's gonna call his phone, or people that's gonna be like, yo, hey, we ain't cool with that. That ain't cool. Said, and it felt like Jay-Z and Cole threw Kendrick under the bus again, especially Jay-Z. You're not going to defend your brother, Glass. I mean, Glass is going to defend his brother, Kendrick, as long as it's not J. Cole. I mean, as long as it's not Jay-Z. He going to defend, and he going to choose how he defends his brother against Jay-Z in a certain way, and he going to say Jay ain't coming at Kendrick. You see what I'm saying? He is. He's not going to go at Jig. He's going to defend his brother against anybody except the Jigga man. You know, and I don't like that, man. Like I said, I'm a person. You gotta talk to me the same way you talk to dude over there. Don't talk to me different. You talk to him one way, give him ultimate respect. And when you talking to me, you trying to cuss and holler and raise your voice. No, talk to me the same way you talk to dude over there. Right? And now Glasses is showing that energy. He cussing that Tank. He cussing at Cole, calling Cole soft and calling Tank soft and calling them weak and calling them corny, all of that. Not too many going against Jay-Z. I can't name one that would. So if you don't want to, I don't like that though, Keisha. Because if you a killer, you go at everybody. Don't have picks and chooses. When I say killer, I don't mean literally. I don't like that's not soldier bravado. A soldier go at anybody. It don't matter who they is. I didn't watch Cameron go at Jigga and still throw shots at Jigga on a regular, right? I watched Cam do it all the time. All the time. So what's the difference between Glasses and Killer Cam? And Cam from New York. You feel me? Cam is from New York. Cam go at Jigga all the time. Like, and still be saying little stuff. I watched Gilly go at Jigga. Consistently sometimes go at Jigga in many ways. So G Malone, G Malone, how you cussing and hollering at Cole and cussing and hollering at Tank? But when it come to Jigga and Jigga saying the same thing Cole is saying about the battle, Jigga is having the same empathy for Drake that Cole is having, right? Why you ain't bucking up at Jigga? I'm gonna make a regular video about this because the world gotta answer this. It is a problem. People not seeing it because they just happy that Glass is going at Drake. Everybody happy Glass is going at Drake Malone, cool. I mean Drake Malone. Glass is going at Drake, cool. People happy Glass is going at Cole. Cool, right? So they don't care. I see the difference though. You calling Tank soft, Drake soft, Cole soft. Well, I'm gonna take Drake off the table. You going at Cole and you going at Tank crazily, calling him every name under the sun, right? Calling him soft, weak, corny, cornballs, everything. Cussing. I'm talking about he's super cripping. He's super cripping on Cole and on Cole and Tank, right? But when it come to Jigga, oh man, you know, Jigga, you going through the same thing that Diddy went through, man. You know what I'm saying, and going through the same type of allegations. So, you know, he trying to push positivity. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm just trying to protect the culture from gentrification. That's it, Hove. That's all I'm doing, Hove. I'm just trying to protect the culture from gentrification, Hove. No, bro. Why you not hollering and yelling at Jigga? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you're right, Charlie. A lot of people cool because they not worried about Glasses having a different energy with Jigga because they happy he went at Aiden Ross, which that was great. He did right in checking Aiden Ross. I'm not against that. That's correct. I'm all for that. I'm all for him going at Aiden Ross. Again, my position is if you because Glass's whole energy, his whole bravado is I press the line on anybody. You know what I'm saying? I press the line on anybody. And if you press the line on anybody, what's the difference in going at Jigga? I see Cameron do it all the time. You feel me? Cameron made You Gotta Love It and still came around to perform it on stage with Jigga at some point to do Welcome to New York City. And then even after performing that with Jigga on stage, he still throws solo shots at Jigga. Consistently, and then we'll still go on Memphis Bleak's podcast, right? And still get on Memphis podcast. And you're right. I give it to Cam. Cam went at Jigga in his prime, and I thought I thought it was a dope diss. You feel me? I got a lot of gripes with certain things that Cam does, and the way how immature he can be for his age. I will always say Cam acts like a child and a kid, but I give it to Cam. Cam was never afraid to go at Jigga in no way at all. He never was. Never was. And I'll say I get it to Killer. What may say Killer was good. Killer was good. But G Malone, he ain't talking to Jigga man like that. He ain't cussing and hollering and raising his voice. Cuss and raise your voice at Jigga. You know what I'm saying? And watch y'all finna be like, he don't gotta do that if he don't want to do it. Why do he gotta do that to satisfy you? No, my thing is keep the same energy for everybody. Yeah, and Glass Malone does this consistently. He let act off the hook for going at Doechii. Why? Because that's another thing too. Because people will act like Glass is just this crusader against misogyny and all. He not, but again, I've agreed with a lot of things Glasses has said, but I've disagreed with a lot of stuff that Glasses has said. A lot. I've agreed with a lot of things he said, and I have disagreed with a lot of things he said. Because he was cool with Act going at Doechii because Act is black and Aiden Ross is white. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. That's really what it was for real. And then, and then I remember the man called Glass and Malone. I made a video about it. He gonna get up there on the internet talking about what's the boy name? What's the boy name? Kid Cudi. Called Kid Cudi a snitch and all of that for the whole thing with Diddy and talking about Diddy try to blow up his car. He a snitch and all of that and everything. And we like, bro, when has Kid Cudi ever made street music or identified as a street dude in his life? Never. But G Malone get up there calling Cudi a snitch and all that, leading the campaign, calling him a rat, right? I'm like, this silly as hell, Glass Malone. You know that man ain't never identified as nobody's street. So what we talking about, bro? That's silly. That is silly, man. You know what I'm saying? So G Malone has said a lot of things I do not agree with. A lot. He said things I've agreed with, and a lot of things I do agree with. But my thing is, when dudes be talking about how they press the line on anybody, why you not pressing that line at the Jigga Man? The same way you pressing on when he talked about Tank, he started off talking about Tank, he was real cool and chill. Then in the middle, and then in the middle, I mean not in the middle, then after a little bit, yeah, in the middle, he just started going off on Tank. Because Tank was showing empathy for Drake and feeling compassion for Drake. He started cussing Tank out. Tank soft and corny, all that. Right? Same way he called Cole soft and corny and all of that. Jigga had the same, he had the same stance as Cole, right? He expressed empathy for Drake and talked about the fallout of the beef and like, you know, how the fans have made it to where the fallout is 10 times worse because of social media and guys don't want other rappers to have careers when they lose a battle and all of that. But look, he was cool with Tank being in his comments. He said I wasn't tripping, right? Because Tank was trying to have discourse with him about the situation. He got mad because Tank expressed some more empathy for Drake recently. I felt like, you know, I guess Tank said he felt like it was kind of some people had some agendas against Drake in certain ways or whatever. And then he calling Tank soft, corny, hollering and screaming and yelling. With Cole, now mind you, Cole showed a lot of love to Dot, a whole lot of love to Dot, and showed empathy for Drake in the interview. You know what I'm saying? As well. And like, he ain't going and Jigga said the same thing. And he ain't hollering. When he come to Jigga, man, I'm telling you, y'all know Jigga my favorite rapper. I didn't see grown men change their whole disposition when it come to talking about Jigga. And I don't like that. If you say if you the supreme loke and you loke and man, if you big super crip, why you ain't talking at the Jigga? I don't like that, man. That ain't no. Say the same thing you saying to Cole. Say that same stuff you saying to Tank. Say that to Jigga. That's my gripe with it. That's my gripe. Say the same thing to him. That's why, again, Cameron is super childish. He can be very corny, very silly, and all of that. But I give it to Cameron. Cam was never afraid to go at Jay in no way. He was never afraid to go at Jay. To this day, Cam is not afraid to go at Jay. In any way, he not. And he not. He never was. And yeah. Right. But Glass and Malone get mad at anybody else trying to rewrite history. Because you say you felt like Jigga was trying to rewrite history. And Glass and Malone snap on anybody else that he feel like trying to rewrite history. Again, Jigga sat in the interview and said he don't know if it's a place for battle rap, for battling in hip hop anymore. And I get why he said it for sure. I understand where he might have been coming from, considering he got children now and he saw what happened when Kanye brought up his kids recently, right? And how he felt. Even though Jigga has made comments about leaving condoms in people's baby seats when he was going against Nas, right? But I think now he didn't have a family then, and now he looks at stuff differently. But my problem is, had J. Cole said, there's no place for battling in hip hop anymore, Glasses Malone would have called J. Cole the B word. He would have called Glasses Malone would have called Jay the P-U-S-S-Y. Glasses Malone would have been cussing J. Cole out. Glasses Malone would have been snapping on J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What and Cam went at Jay exactly. And Jay and Cameron and you gotta love it. Cam said, what do you say? A lot of cats wonder how. Every time I diss that label, I get fined 100,000 just for telling y'all. I get fined 100,000. I remember him saying that. What he say? He told Jigga down in Houston, Axe B, I'm a Mac for real. What he was talking? What do you say? Beyonce, fiance, check your second LP. I might bring it back. That's your girl. That's your world. Had the thing effing singing about slinging crack. Mr. Rockefeller, stop it, fella. What is that? But I will Acanella put it in your mouth. He was talking to Jigga crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, B, but I won a war. And he stabbed over Charlie Baltimore. Sucker for love. Sucker for love. Hey, Cam was styling. Then had Bigger Velly. Then he put Bigger Velly on the hook. Right? I give it to Cam. Cam never was afraid to go at Jigga, man. You know what I'm saying? I give it, and y'all know Jigga my favorite rapper. So this ain't even about me wanting somebody to bomb on Jigga at all. Jigga my favorite rapper. I just noticed certain men have a certain bravado when talking to other men that they don't have. Like again, like I made the point. Growing up in Chicago, I noticed some men will talk to that dude. They got 3 bodies in the corner. The dude sitting in the corner. He got 3 bodies. He didn't roam into he known to shoot at people. He talk a little different to him. Then you want to come around talking to me with a certain bravado. No. Talk to me the same way you talking to that dude over there in the corner that you know that'll bust his gun. Don't come talking to me different. You talking to him different because you know the possible consequences of talking to him like that, right? And I think G Malone do not want no parts of the possible consequences of talking to Jay in a certain way. And I know he really liked Jay. He really look up to Jay, right? But let's be for real, man. It came a point in time. Y'all know how much I used to look up to Kanye West being in Chicago, and I had to bomb on Kanye. Kanye Tutter, the very man who I felt like was crucial in my development growing up here, because he was always himself in a gang banging city like Chicago, right? I credited Kanye and Lupe Fiasco for me staying true to myself because I watched them do it and still get love. And I had to bomb on Kanye because he kept doing too much BS. I had to bomb on another man that come from on a man that come from my city. The man that put Harold's Chicken exactly in his first video. His first video, he put Harold's Chicken, Leon's Barbecue, Jackie Robinson, West Park, all that in his first video. That I almost cried watching the Through the Wire video. When I saw that video on TV, I almost cried because I thought Chicago would never, ever be shown in that way, right? You know what I'm saying? And the way that Glasses has talked about J. Cole, the way he has talked about Cole, I'm telling you, I don't know how Cole and him could see each other and they don't have a confrontation. The way that Glasses has talked about Cole, in a way. You know what I'm saying? And Cole ain't no scary dude. I mean, from what I know, they always talk about him fighting Diddy, knowing the power and influence Diddy got. A lot of people was afraid to even Diddy was doing whatever he wanted to do to a lot of people. So Cole ain't no scary dude on that front. He gonna defend himself. You know what I'm saying? But my point is Glasses Malone selective politics. He engages in selective politicking a lot. Because if anybody else said there's no place for battling in hip hop no more because of the fallout from the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef, Glasses Malone would have called them the B word and would have called them punks, would have called them clowns, would have called them corny, would have called them soft, everything. But when it come to Jigga, he get on there talking real soft. He sounding, we got trepidation in his voice, right? I'm hearing a lot of hesitancy in his voice. I'm hearing a lot of like, he's sounding very, very meek and mild when he's talking about Jigga. I don't hear that same temerity. He ain't talking with that same temerity, the same gall that he was talking about Tank, that he was talking to Tank with. You know what I'm saying? That's my issue. Man. Yeah, man. Yeah, he talked about it on his podcast, yes. He talked about the beginning of it, he started going in on Tank. For Tank feeling like people had certain agendas, certain people used the battle to have because they already had certain agendas against Drake. And Tank was empathizing with Drake. And first he started talking about he's real cool, talking about Tank. Then he started calling Tank all type of soft and all type of stuff, and going hollering and yelling and cussing. He's talking about Tank. Then I had to wait like 40 some minutes in to hear him talk about Jay-Z, because they don't have no time stamp. So he gets talking about Jigga. He like, well, Jay is at a different point, and he been through a lot of stress. He was under the same stress that Diddy was under with the allegations, and Jigga trying to push positivity. Hove just trying to push positivity. And I get it. There's nothing wrong with trying to push positivity, but Hove, sometimes people got to get bombed on, Hove. It's okay for the fan. I know you saying the fans doing too much, but it's okay for them to engage, And he like, all I'm trying to do is protect hip hop from gentrification. That's all, Hove. That's all, Hove. I'm just trying to protect hip hop from gentrification. That's it, Hove. No, G Malone, holler and yell at Jay the same way. You feel me? Go in on Jay the same way, and it starts with you not calling him Hove. It starts with you not calling him Hove and calling him Jay. Nah. When brothers start calling him Hove, I know when you say Hove off back, I know anything you say about Jay is going to be positive. When you start off and you address Jay as Hove, I know you're not going to say anything negative about Jay. You know what I'm saying? And that's my favorite rapper. Again, Jigga is my favorite rapper. It is. But I know how people be. When they start off calling him Hove, everything after that is going to be cool. Right. And that's so look. And that's my thing, Black Mall. Jigga doing the same thing Tank, J.Cole, and Gilly doing essentially. Right? Gilly went a step further. Gilly was like black people. Gilly went a step further. Like all black people wanted to see Drake. He went a little further, because Gilly, gotta watch Gilly. He got that bar stool. Got that. He over there with Dave Portnoy. You gotta watch him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch him. He said some off cold things many, many times, right? But essentially, they all express empathy. They all express empathy for Drake, right? They all express empathy for Drake, including Jigga. And Glasses ain't finna do all that hollering, yelling, and screaming and cussing. And Jigga, man, the way he do it with Cole, the way he doing it with Tank, and the way he did it with Dr. Michael Eric Dyson, and the way he did it with Gilly. Nope. Okay. Hold on, y'all. But yeah, when somebody calls J Hove, when they call Jigga Hove, I know anything after that is gonna be nothing but positive remarks after that. Hold on, y'all. In the bed. He said Gunner too. Yeah, he go at Gunner. I want to know this. Like, The glasses. Um, he made 1K videos about Gunna and continue to reference Gunna like Big Bang. Did he have, what was Glasses Malone's sentiments about Thug, about Young Thug? Was he going in on Thugger too? I don't know, because I haven't really been paying attention to Glasses videos about like Gunna and him Malcolm, about Gunna and Young Thug. Did he go in on Thug too? It's excuses upon excuses. You know what I'm saying? Selective politicking. He know that Gunna don't got no street dudes behind him the way Thug got behind him. You see what I'm saying? You feel me? That's what I feel like with G. I'm not saying he's scared or scary, but Gunna, it's easy to go at Gunna. Gunna don't have a whole lot of street allegiances behind him. You know, a lot of people in hip hop disowned him and left him for dead, left him, you know. So it's easy to do that. Thug still got a lot of people that still love and embrace him and, you know, and stand behind him strongly. Y'all hit the like button too, because I forgot to tell y'all to hit the like button. You know, so it's easier to go at Gunna than it is to go at Thug. Because Thug still got people in Atlanta who still ride with him, street dudes, who still love him, street dudes, who still will stand behind him any day of the week. So yeah, man, that's my thing, man. I just want Glasses to have the same energy for Jigga that he got for Cole, Tank, Gilly, you know what I'm saying? Everybody else. she called she called 21 Savage the British Scarecrow. You know what I'm saying? 50, Cam, and Prodigy are the only rappers who consistently went at Jay that were from New York. Yeah, I'm trying to think if anybody else went at Jigga consistently from New York. I mean, Nas, he did it for that time, but he wasn't. Cause Cam, I've seen Cam perform "Welcome to New York City" with Jay, and he didn't go back to throwing shots at Jay a little bit after that. So like, yeah, like, like I say, Cam has done a lot of childish things in his lifetime. Y'all know 50 do a lot of corny, childish stuff. A lot. I just like the TV shows and I like the music. But y'all know I went at 50 a lot. But I always say this: Jigga, 50, and Cam, they was never afraid to go at Jigga. In no way. You know what I'm saying? And especially Cam, because Cam never had the same audience and backing that 50 had. He never had a Dr. Dre in his corner. You know what I'm saying? He never had an Eminem in his corner. Cam never had the fan. Cam never had the fan base that 50 had. And he still went at Jigga. Still did. You know what I'm saying? With no hesitancy at all. And he said Jigga name and all of that. So I always give Cam credit for that. Hold on, y'all. Did you see that? Said Cam sold the most records when he was on the rock, which has to bother him. Hold on, Cam sold the most records out of who? Cam sold the most records out of who? You saying outside of Jigga? You saying? No, yeah. Cam was out selling state property. Yeah. If that's what you mean, I get you. Yeah, he was. Now Jigga was out selling everybody on there, but I know what you're saying. Outside of Jay, Cam definitely had bigger careers than anybody in state property. Yeah, for sure. Oh, you see, I'm saying Cam's best sales took place while signed to the Rock. Okay, I got you. Yeah, it did. You're right. Because they had that production, Just Blaze them in house. Just Blaze. When old boy dropped, it put Cam in another type. It put him on another type of level. Heat Seekers, yeah, yup. Yeah, not Kanye. Yeah, now Kanye, that's something different. Yeah, Kanye, ta. Purple Haze is a dope album. Down and Out was on Purple Haze too. After that, yeah, it was. Favorite Kanye album? Late Registration, like easily, easily for me. My mother bought me that album. Was it? I'm trying to remember. Was it for my birthday or Christmas? Maybe for my birthday or for Christmas. Late Registration, easily though. That was my favorite. You know what I'm saying? Now, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy was dope. But like for me, that Late Registration, boy, I don't know. I felt that in a different way. I felt that Late Registration. When I heard songs like Gone, We Major, the Diamond from Sierra Leone remix with Has J's famous I'm Not a Businessman, I'm a Businessman. I heard songs like Late and Addiction and crack music, stuff like that. Like, I like that. I like to close your eyes and imagine, feel the magic. Babe gets on acid, seen through Yves Saint Laurent glasses, and I've realized that I've arrived because it take more than a magazine to kill my vibe does. He write his own rhymes, and sort of, I think him. I mean, I forgot better shit than you ever thought of. Damn, is he really that caught up? I asked when I talk about classes, do my name get brought up? I remember I couldn't afford a Ford Escort, not even a 4-track recorder. So it's only like, what do you say? So it's only like right that I let the top drop on the drop top Porsche. Spoil yourself. It's important. If you a stripper named Porsche and you get tips from Miniman, then your fat friend, her nickname is Minivan. Excuse me. That's just a Henny, man. I like that. But that second verse, whew, I was sick about awards. Couldn't nobody cure me. Only player that got robbed and kept all his jewelry. Alicia Keys tried to talk some sense in him. 30 minutes later, seems no convincing him. What more could you ask for? International. So you like Graduation more? I don't. I like that late registration. I don't know. I'll be late for that. My mama. One of her favorite Kanye songs is "Addiction." You make me smile with my heart. Oh, everything is supposed to be bad. Make me feel so good. I wanna know. I like graduation a lot though. I mean, all falls down. Beautiful. So, I'm glad that record features Selena Johnson. It was supposed to feature Lauryn Hill at first, initially. Um, but something happened with Lauren. So you used Chicago's own Selena Johnson. I was happy Selena got that look. My mother is a fan of Selena Johnson. So she would listen to chapter two and all of that. Yeah, Lauren didn't clear the sample. That's what it was. Yeah. So I think Selena happened to be in the studio when he was doing a song and he went to Selena, which that was dope. Yes, Selena is a Zeta. She is. Shout out to Selena Johnson. Then there's Selena. I'm your woman. 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 And my mom used to like that. If you play your cards right, everything's gonna be alright. Oh, somebody, one of the guys say, guess what? And that guess what was hard. Charlie X, that guess what was hard. that guess what? Hold on. At the play that I get off here, boy. Well, y'all gonna have me call my mama, man. y'all gonna have me call my mama and say, Mama, remember you used to play guess what? Hey, you talking about that damn R. Kelly. Boy, I was just listening to clubbing with Marcus Houston. I pull up on dubs. what? Hey, Marcus Houston. MH and Pod Piper. Ah. R. Kelly in the background hollering. What Marcus Houston say? I pull up on dubs. Jacob on the rim. we say, white tee, throw back. Superstar, but why? It is what it is. Gonna party at my crib. You don't know who you talking about. Glasses ain't scared. Well, Nicole, why he ain't talking to the Jigger Man with the same type of intensity that he talking to Tank and he talking to Coley Cole and he talking to Gilly the Kid? Why he ain't talking to the Jigger Man with the same energy? The Jigger Man is expressing the same type of empathy for Drake that all them other dudes is expressing. And Glasses gets annoyed when anybody got any type of empathy for Drake. And when Jigga expressed it, Glasses, he wasn't hollering and cussing at Jigga. I know that. He was very monotone in his response to Jigga. It was some trepidation. He was a little skittish in his delivery to the Jigga Man. That's all I'm saying, Nicole. Hey, Button verse was hard on clubbing. Why Button was getting off with the do-rag on with the cape out, boy. Ma had the do-rag on with the cape out. Button did have a verse on there. What is it? We'll be next tail tagging. Is it hop on the XL Magnum? Damn it, you do it with you and your friends. And next weekend, if we lucky, we can do it again. And then Marcus Houston up in that club. Black Maul say he didn't like them perms. On them brothers had them perms and immature. He said he felt like playing Roger affected his career. You know what I'm saying? He did say he felt like playing Roger affected his career because his character wasn't cool. Like, cause everybody was like, well, Moesha didn't affect Brandy, but they was like, well, Moesha was basically acting as herself. Like, she wasn't a nerdy girl, and Roger was the annoying next door neighbor that people felt like was a bother and a bug or whatever. He felt like they kind of affected his career or affected him mature in a certain way. Remember that? All because of you. You're the love of my life, and I was doing wrong, but I wanna do right, girl. Don't wanna stay out all night. I don't wanna play no games. Wanna change your name to my name, baby. I'm turning in my player's card. My man say, "Can't lie, you know me for being immature." And that all because of you was hard. I think he did write Naked. That sound like a Tank song. I want you on. That sound like a Tank. Them vocals sound like Tank vocals. Make your love come down. Baby, come this time. Just can't wait no more. I'ma give you what your body's been crying for. So if you tell me yes, I'll lay it down. And that sound like, yeah, Tank wrote that. He had to write that now. That sound like Tank through and through. That sound that is they had Tank had to have wrote that. I can't take it no more. What'd you say, Malcolm? The verses is on right now, right? Y'all saying? I don't know. I think Black Tie gonna win that, man. My daddy used to like "Please Don't Go" by Tank. Fellas, tell me why. How come we always do it wrong? How come we can't keep it home? How come we always act like this, even though we know we're wrong? Please don't go. Please don't go. Please don't go. That was my father. That was his joint, boy. For real. And he like that. Maybe I deserve for you to do all the things I did from you. Maybe I deserve. Oh yeah, maybe I deserve. Maybe I deserve. No, my daddy, that what? for you to go out and find some other friend. I deserve, maybe I deserve, and maybe I deserve. Y'all finna have me. Hold on, I gotta go check the verses out. He said, "Oh wait, I forgot the I Deserve song." Yeah, Sabbatical Queen. Remember that? um, one Tank singing background vocals on Aaliyah joint. What was Aaliyah's song? That can I come over? Can I come over? Stop by. Yeah. Act like that, sweet lady. Come on, man. He needs to perform What You Like with the Brat. Tyree. What do you like? Tyree. And lately, come on, that lately. Have I told you I love you lately? Pulling me back. Yeah, what? Black Tie got that. Signs of love making. Are you a zodiac? My sister used to like that. Talking about Tyrese had the brat switch back to heterosexual. Yeah, that's when the brat was looking like a straight up girl. What You Like was my mama's song. I'm gonna call my mom. Talking about Tyrese should perform the Coca-Cola. Knowing Tyrese, he gonna do that. They gonna make him a modified bus. He gonna be singing the Coca-Cola commercial on the bus. For real. But look, y'all, I'm finna get off this thing. I appreciate all y'all rocking with me, man. It mean a whole lot to me. You want to donate to the Cash App? My Cash App is here below my finger. $ Mac Miller 5. Again, the Cash App is $ Mac Miller 5. I appreciate all y'all. Y'all hit that like button before y'all get up out of here. And yeah. Thank y'all a ton for rocking with me. We're gonna get back at it tomorrow. Until next time, peace.